If you've already removed any waist darts, straighten the side seams, and retained some of the bust dart or all the bust dart down to the front here to add some flare, and you still need to add more width, you need to do a full tummy adjustment. Full tummy adjustments are very similar to doing full bust adjustments.
We are adding extra width and length to the pattern, but we need to go over and around a bump.
The first thing to do is measure our body and compare it to the pattern measurement. But before you measure the fullest part of your tummy, I'd recommend finding its depth.
Because the waist isn't usually that defined and can therefore be hard to find, I'd recommend measuring down from the shoulder at the neck over the bust point to the fullest part of your tummy and recording the measurement. The fullest part of the tummy will most likely be just below halfway between the waist and hip, so about 10 centimeters or 15 centimeters, so 4 to 6 inches from the natural waist. It really does vary from person to person though, so please measure your own body. Then measure the body circumference at that point. Mark the depth of your widest tummy point on your front pattern and measure the pattern at this point. To work out how much you need to add, subtract the pattern's measurement from your body.
Great, we now know how much you need to add and where the fullest part of the midsection is. Now we're going to slash our pattern.
I see a lot of people draw their horizontal slash line down from the armhole, kind of across the bust area here. My horizontal bust line is curved because I have a bust dart that distorts the pattern. If you don't have a bust dart, this bust line would be completely straight.
If you slash the pattern at the bust line, it'll add width from that point and everywhere down below it, which could be right for your body, especially a bit more boxy, but it can be nice to add a bit of definition around and under the bust, especially if you have a fuller bust.
So I'm going to draw my horizontal slash line underneath the bust here. This will help give some definition to the waist too. Then I'll draw 3 vertical slash lines coming down from it.
Having 3 lines allowed you to add more volume evenly around the body.
Cut along the horizontal slash line, finishing just before the side seam. And each vertical slash line, starting at the hem and finishing just before the horizontal line, so the pattern is still attached.
Now we need to spread the pattern to add width and length.
Width is pretty simple. You just need to spread the pattern till the fullest part of your tummy line on the pattern matches your body measurement. Make sure you spread the extra width evenly around the pattern and keep the center front line straight. And when you spread the pattern to add width, the pattern will automatically lengthen.
You may need to add more length though, especially if your tummy is rounder at the front here.
Which you can do by simply extending the hem when you redraw the hemline. It's much easier to remove fabric than to add it onto your toile when you fit your pattern later. So if you aren't sure, add more.
And that's how you do a full tummy adjustment. As you can see, that first horizontal line is really important. So have a good look at your body and see whether you have definition under the bust or whether you want to add definition under the bust, and then determine where you add that first horizontal line. I also recommend watching this very detailed dress fitting video to perfect the fit of your blocks and patterns, and check out other videos in this series. Once you watch them all, you have a real appreciation for how complex and unique our bodies are, plus you have the skills to fit them.